What's up, people? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 525. Oh shit. Oda's using the ticking clock. Ace is gonna die. I still haven't moved off of how I felt a while back when I found out that Ace was gonna be executed via the newspaper and all that. But to have a ticking clock, 36 hours until Ace's execution. Man, Oda, like, we just got Water 7. We just got some heavy shit there. Water 7, Annie's lobby. Holy shit, he is not letting up off the gas pedal. Like, you barely got time to recover from this. And maybe this is the drawback of me kind of reading and recording in bunches is when you read it week to week, you're going, oh, fuck, this is a long arc. And then you get like Thriller Bark and you get a few volumes of that, like half a year, and then Oda starts ramping it back up again. So maybe that's a drawback of me kind of reading it in this fashion is I'm just like, man, I'm starting to feel overwhelmed. Oda is going to kill Ace, and you see it with the mandatory flashback. Where when Ace and Garp are talking, and you see Ace just all bloodied and beaten up, Whitebeard looks down at him and says, it'd be a waste for you to die like this. Wreak havoc in my name. And then you see Ace, who looked like he had lost all life. All of a sudden, there's a sparkle in his eyes, and he says, Whitebeard is my only father. And that comes after the fact that Garp, he's talking to Ace, and I love this conversation, man. I want to see this animated. I really want to see this animated. You have Garp, he's talking to Ace, and he's telling him, like, hey, man, I really want you and Luffy to become great Navy men. If you had listened to me, you wouldn't have been here. I'm paraphrasing that part, but that's essentially what he's saying. And it just makes you wonder, what if Luffy and Ace joined the Navy? And then Ace answers it. He says, look, the fact that Luffy and I have outlaw blood running through our veins, the fact that our father is who he is, we were never going to be accepted anyway. Your dream for us never would have came true. And now you're starting to, like, at least for me, now it's starting to become clear. Because of who Luffy's father is, that's why Garp wanted something different for Luffy and for Ace. To spare them of what is awaiting their father, which is certain death. To go against the world government like this, sooner or later, they're going to collect their dues. You're going to die. It's too much power unless Oda goes through a revolution. And if that happens, it has to be done a certain way, but he can pull it off. I'm believing Oda as a writer, he can pull that off. But to have Ace say, I take the name Portgas. I take that because it's my mother's name. I owe it to her name. And you can just tell at this point, Ace, because of how he feels for Whitebeard, he doesn't want Whitebeard to put himself in a position where something happened to Whitebeard, where Whitebeard can die. Ace has bought into this man's everything that he's selling. Now it's all coming to a head. Like, we're seeing what Ace, what I was saying needed to happen with Nico Robin. And I'm not even trolling right now. If you go back to the Water 7, Annie's Lobby's reviews, I was saying Nico Robin's going through the descent into hell. And I was saying, well, if Luffy sees her die, it'd be great for development. We're seeing what I was calling for Nico Robin to maybe happen actually go down here. We're seeing Ace go further and further and further. And what's symbolic about this is Garp is where Luffy was. And yet Luffy was the anchor that held down and reached out for. Garp ain't trying to do that shit. He's talking to him like, I'm paying my last respects to you, motherfucker. You asked for this. In his own way, tough love. You know this probably breaking Garp's heart to see Ace in this position, but he ain't trying to save him. And Luffy is basically gonna get there too late. Like he and Boa Hancock, they arrive. They're making their way in the Impel Down. He's gonna get there too late because something's gonna happen. They're gonna have like the little wacky shit going on. It's gonna happen, and I'm starting to see a situation where Luffy gets captured. And just hear me out on this. For them to make so much emphasis on the fact that Impel Down is impenetrable, that you can't escape. Where have I heard this shit before? Oh, that's right. Annie's Lobby. Nobody goes there. Luffy went there and said, here's my ball sacks. Can you hold them up? Luffy's going to be a fucking legend. He gets captured, breaks out of Impel Down. He'll be the first pirate to do that. I can see this. Now, speaking of pirates on Impel Down, I might have missed something here, okay? I specifically remember in Town, I said I might have missed something. I specifically remember in Town, like probably like around chapter 100, somewhere around there. You had Smoker, he captured Alvida and Buggy the Clown, but then when they were rushing towards after Luffy and everybody, I could have swore Buggy and Alvida were on a different ship. It might have just been Alvida, but they're saying we're going to the Grand Line, we're chasing these Straw Hats. So did I miss something there? Was it maybe Alvida got away? But I remember Smoker captured somebody, but they were on the ship after. I mean, the God, man, I want to say I did that chapter review. I think I published it probably February 2016. So when you guys are seeing this, you might be seeing this in 2018. I'm not sure. So almost 2 years ago. So I might be a little off on that. So forgive me if I'm wrong. But Alvida basically says like, hey, I got you close here. You can get your ass on a life raft if you want to. Get on a life raft. You can go save Buggy if you want to. I'll make sure I get a tombstone for your asses. Mohiji the Lion Tamer and I can't remember the other one. It's another guy that was on Buggy's crew. But basically, both of them are like, fuck that. Buggy, have a flawless execution. Nice to know you. Thank you for everything you did for us, dude. There's no loyalty. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love that. But I thought what was really cool, and I'm going to end it with this one. I thought what was really cool about this chapter is Luffy is telling Hancock, like, hey, I'll figure something out. They're going to search you, but I'll figure something out, okay? Just get me to my brother. And I'm guessing Luffy's going to stretch himself in some kind of way or expand. You know, and that's why, like, if, you know, she had a little more curve to her, right? You know, Luffy could expand. And speaking of that, speaking of curves, fuck you, Oda. Like, he went and tarnished another woman that I thought was absolutely gorgeous. In the SBS corner, Oda says, the person says, I have a question on page 183 in chapter 521. Marigold is so thin and she looks really pretty too. What happened to her? Please tell me. And then Oda says, she didn't get fat. The fuck she didn't get fat? What are you talking about, dude? She looked like a dude I used to see beating up the Hamburglar, man. That motherfucker was hell with a right hook. Oda says she didn't get fat. It's on muscle. She gained weight to get stronger. That's why she worked out and got all those muscles. She had to eat a lot too. And she's got the big old cheeks and everything. Like, got like 6 extra necks. Look like she got the Supreme Whopper for a forehead. Like, she just got fat, Oda. Like, that ain't muscle. That ain't muscle. Like, I'm 220 pounds, 13.5% body fat. So most of me is muscle. No. Fuck out of here. Like, I ain't buying that. She's an example of what happens when you eat too many calories and you're not your muscles have not broken down far enough to where they're actually using the nutrients in that food and it's being stored as excess fat. Maybe she built some muscle underneath all that fat, But that's when you go on a cutting session. That's where you reduce the number of calories you have, and you burn more calories than you actually take in, while also weightlifting to preserve some muscle, and then you shed the fat. That way your muscle comes out and you have more definition and tone. So maybe that's what she's planning on doing. But right now she look like a dude I seen beat up the Hamburglar, beat up Ron McDonald, and beat up the chick from Wendy's. Like, fuck out of here, Oda. So my chapter question to you guys is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how emotionally charged did you find the Garp and Ace conversation? Oh, I loved it, man. Like I got to a point where I was thinking about my last conversation with my grandfather. Like, I totally loved it, man. But that's mine. So on a 10, definitely a 10. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Have an awesome day.